I found my mentors through associations. And that's the interesting thing about real brick and mortar business, like business in the real world, is that there's some guy out there. Let's say you were an electrician, because I'm not an electrician. I'm going to use an electrician or a truck driver. There's some big association in America or whatever country you're in, the National Truck Drivers of America, where all the biggest truck driving companies will go to, and all the biggest mentors you can ever have that will never do a YouTube video will be. Those are the gentlemen you take to the bar and you buy them drinks, you ask them about their business, and they'll share things with you. Those organizations, if you can find them in your industry, in the real world industry, you find those guys and you find the OGs in those spaces. Nobody knows their name except in that small niche of people. And you go up to those gentlemen and you spend some time with them. I promise you, man, they don't get the kind of love that we get on YouTube. So if a young man comes up to, or just any guy in general comes up to him and say, hey, I admire what you do. I have this issue looking like I'm sending the right type of proposal out. And this is what I actually did. I got proposals from these guys that if I didn't tell you their name, you'd never know who they were. But because I had their proposal template, I looked like I've been in the game for 30 years. So we looked really big on paper when we were sending proposals out. We looked like we were like the big dogs because of the website and the proposal we sent and the scope of work. It all lined up with somebody that had been doing it for a long time. And because we were big on paper, we got opportunities. And then as we got opportunities, I took those opportunities and the jobs and I turned it in what's called a pre-qualification package, which is basically a company resume, just making yourself look as big as you possibly can on paper, be clean in your emails, be professional in the transactions between you and them on the phone calls. If you can get these basic things right, you can create a level of trust with people that'll at least let them give you a shot. And the only problem that I would have ran into at that time, if I would have bid a job that was so big I would have needed to be bonded, that would have called my bluff. But in the beginning, it was leveraging mentors and knowing the exact same things to say, the exact way to write my proposals, and the exact kind of terms and things to use in order to build rapport and build trust with people. And I think if you can do that and then find out what's really critically pressing to your customer and speak on that pain point, like for us will be safety and schedule and quality. If you can do those things, man, I think people will give you a shot.